Ghana for any so a sense of hope. Say Edding now so in the soul. Na Sasun ye no, which we say the Padudona a boom by any said that son de say in Omenya. Now and yet political parties representatives going by TUC4 by Association of Ghana Industries, Guta 4 by so 4 by General Padudona Ekamuba and Bumuna ebaye.
I see. And some pobeng in a mujina surika ekasa in some pobeng.
Where ye say first summit ye bema economy and a sika seminal seno ana ye beka wasem.
Okay.
Na no chi so ye wo noma how mine no so no infrastructure governance. So we shall corruption is a major issue. No affect economy. Now so no you can't economy we are a bit about governance a member so no was na face infrastructure no be to sing quite buying a befa so BCC te no so no ye wo eno ho asem we share natural resource management oil and gas here yen ekwan be ne fa so ye manage no galam say ya kan ho asem aban ba no ya kan still utun say we don't seem to have a solution to it te with different clusters are and permanent and so you become what I'm no first one we dey na you perceive focus on the economy no and no economy na na on the economy no say we sha the friend macro economy no say inflation say we sha inflation in fact it do baby 2021 na e could do be 54% no chi no we sha interest rates say cry say about from cry number 35%. Crime ben ye befa so a ebeba from.
Good.
We share bibi to say your currency. You see no. The biana ahodin esote. And also say it because say we share a busia ya boa amne ya say cry no your bobusia bi wo amonania enyeye. Sa no mani nyina no no any friend macroeconomy say no went me manual engineer the obeka bia na enye adwuma eno need the first na ye nice ye pese kan wase ye to so me no industrial transformation fiti dwuma you see amama ye
Time FL
industrialization ana ema omo komanim afeso agric. You say, yes, so the agricultural country.
Yes.
And so say we share the way agric or Ghana now. Nanya idea no bit me ama yakwenim.
Okay.
Tell so the new agricultural revolution. Afafronto epese ye di back Ghana mem and also so ye can. Now last one so ye tourism. Tonight say ye pe normal. Say IMF program you mean. Si wie kura beden na Ghana betimi atumpo akona nimu a yensan kwa ejibiu enti saa no man nan na ye ka ho asem.
Okay odi kan kasa no kan say na wo senka buying the lead this transformation agenda but
time
then ma ehunu say Alan Kyerematen na obi obetimi lead this agenda
say enu ni manisu ade hu me vision menhu say without that no Ghana ain't been caught yenim. If you want say, near what politics do kwani wonim there.
Time
the Padudona war system wa you say omunia be mumpu nemum ye pekwanya ye be ma oma buana Ghana no money be a problem si betimi asolve. To me idea de bia na me kan wasem the transformation agenda no.
Okay.
Idea me kan wasem dada.
Okay.
Ana nyame chade so say ya me masa ko ati movement me jan so aka say Ghana be ko enye party ne be me akọ enim the individual or individuals be lead
right
effort no
okay
I don't think me vision na eche se me de ba
enti after summit then the free movement hobby
say no dey you cooperate to me
okay
na me nyina so a me de cooperate to me no any sa Ghana a great transformation plan na make ho asem no na obi an ko betuma aka say na wode nsem nyina gu paaso na say nipa ebe hu de obeyi say ni obi kura betumi atwi bi na ono so aka say ode ye adwuma na me anu e ha me
okay
say ye nipa miensa wo hwa mpedifo miensa me fa de say bi ba beka ho ba mpedifo miensa say wo mo yi o manima wo mo say ye kopre akonya kase no former president Mahama na Dr. Baumia or vice president say na me enti say no say Ghana for epese ye to aba say yetimi ekase dani pam miense ya o mayi o manimi de di kan wana vision a o ma Ghana no ebetimi yi Ghana every condition wom say and then the first thing
okay
so say we vision nanya ye di ekonya no anaya di power no mawa how different is it going to be from baby ye wom say and a comparison of vision and ideas and then they decline one says say American President Mahama on was 24-hour economy the ebema 24-hour economy na bani de obi anti na no as in chire mu Dr. Baumia so ebe kasai
Time FM
ono so the okan ya ne digitization na obi a ono no eso pra konya ne bi no se ono de no ma enan ananum ana obegina so a abema Ghana akoyenim enna yejika mekae no yesika sem nhihye the macro economy o say obey president inflation that kwa normal bo ekoso no ebe so betia aba single digit
okay
interest rate ebe in Ghana da nam 35% say betia ma aba
Time FM
single digit for the first time ebetimi aboro below 10% ewo Ghana nyina solution a mesi ebetimi ama yetimi amana abaso no nyina no ma bieso akire nkrofo wo summit no said the beya obi opeso challenge bia no otibika se we di enyeyi me na ka me kwa me di asem ho dia ana obi twa na se say de me di atopa so se obi a owo ho asem se me solution obi ho asem a se say nipa dodo na endorse ekwan a ye befa so a wo betumi ama ye debt no e ka amne ye Ghana no ebetumi amana abofom currency cedi na hoodin esotia affect bibia ma kire kwan a solutions a ebetumi ama enoso ayen enu akire wo fa yesika sami o de to nchen cross a ma kire say there's going to be a new industrial transformation agenda
Time FM
ebetumi ama efide edwuma no apeja nyamwan de silver factory nko ha no ma bibria ebetumi ayaka mo a ebepeja efide edwuma agriculture me say there is going to be a new agricultural revolution no solutions are ebetumi ama yetimi enya sa new revolution so maka ho asem afesu ma share tourism ekwan ebetumi ama tourism ama foreign exchange abagana enti obi ka 24-hour economy obi ka digitization media made 5 different and media aba just on the economy nko ha
okay
enti ebasa who compare vision
FM
now there should be no doubt about the second for epejan na no achi to krampo no President Mahama there obe vice president and obe president
okay
and a new code there ni mususu no 16 years and no maba mu omo kwa wie no ye mo de ko IMF Dr. Baumia why running mate for MPP 8 years and wabe vice president say ye wie ni 10 year another 8 years tell say you betuma kan na kwankyere bi owo bi a no so betuma ya kwa ye dada ana say no ye pese ye yi nipa foforo and to say a card apart from they say visionary
Time
yen
FM.
wa ye dia to no so wo hwa between the two parties no na che say wo mu two parties in after 16 years each no wo de ko wie IMF na wo bi foforo watimi a kyerɛw baabi a obetimi de Ghana aduru dia na ono should be the next president. But no no in your vision what is your record? There na ubetimi agina so ama Ghana fo aka say say dia akonya no ma wa sa vision ubetimi implementing.
Right.
Ono so miensa yen compare your records no. Me metima kam de me ma embedi do obi atem. Say ye ba mu ko for time me starting na me ambassador to the US.
Yes.
Na Ghana so we ambassador to the US and it's a major appointment. Once a time ana Ghana Valco aluminium it we a negotiations na sabra me ambassador yetimi yen ana Valco it we ebedi say aye japade kese pa amayen. So we share oil and gas and ye can was some question go for so satamia mission and ambassador and negotiations you be me heavily involved and it me buy millennium challenge account no sika free America buy ye di ya kwan any ageni me time and almost start here millennium challenge account where even ambassador time me also na bitimi here the first database metimi ye enti aka digitization me see mu kra check me na metimi ye ma Ghana obia wo ye Ghana ni bia wo amanoni bia no yetimi nya wo mu database na friend Ghana Skills Bank enti che America hon kwa no bedua me my record is there na no chi kra me be minister me aso na me de PSI Presidential Special Initiative
yes,
me de buy ma me ka say ya nya hwe kra wo Ghana uyi koko efiri hɔ adwuma bia ni wa ye peja Ghana ti ma ye di normal 9 eka ho abahu adwuma garment pam tade export any industrial sort na face so industrial touch from cassava any adina ina me na me de bae na wo hwɛ baabi a PSI no edi eduru ye emengo say answer na me be PSI no na say from independence na intimi do more than 25,000 acres and usukra na ye abrofo companies in here between the time I member start the PSI within 3 to 4 years near 100,000 acres
wow
na say yetimi to anu so a ka ne Ghana enka ne yenko IMF because say Kenya na every year be nya be $10 billion cocoa yenya 2 billion and so abahun kwa ebetimanya enti say from for time the DPSI buy on say we be any friend National Friday wear na ne obia wutumi hu say Ghana tumai and ye pam and we matela for adwuma ma textile companies on produce ma omo adwuma omo ton tumai so edwum emumunye adwuma sa National Friday wear na ninya eno so menam di bai maslock here ene ye afi ninya no me na originality enti we ka say eno me ka we ko for time ansana me jai ya corporate akunya no president Kufuor so bai so a lot of the major interventions ninya eno so me medjuma one district one factory the most revolutionary program in industrial transformation.
Yes.
Na me Dubai.
Yes.
So we can Africa be bia ni ho a aban etimi aboa ama yetimi nya almost 300 companies within 6 and 7 years. E bin see that the whole of Africa. Na menye president Mpuni na se me be president dia na se ye betimi kura double adem kura be 600 factories kura ye betimi and na also maybe the one this one factory by na fe na for the one village one down one constituency way one ambulance one anti I say me de bia no me lead the way na go for so adjoin na no nko say on say wutie mu a wonu bibi e fe no African Continental Free Trade Area say Africa ye di jobum one single market for Africa AfCFTA no eno so mi amadwuma ene madwene na ye ya etimi chichire AfCFTA no no chichire magana the biggest project in Africa as is Ghana 97.7 headquarters is near na leading campaign no ema AfCFTA no ebae enti normal kesia you be a friend business resource centers no woman epe nimdie ana 97.7 business aseno all over the country may 67 business resource centers and at technology when you are no one there oka it is a share record now
right
even in government the difference is clear and you go even before yaba bema yebisa say nipa me say ejina no ansa na omoba politics di adwuma na no omoye yebisa no say yebehu the owo that capacity say obe change Ghana me try come there at the age of 20 also come
97.7 FM Time FM
me fan say the abe poku Kiswe stores na ye can stores it was one of the biggest na me because secondary school at the age of 9 years class 1 at the age of 4 years because secondary school at the age of 9 years at the age of 22 now me manager of one of the in fact the largest company UAC
Time FM
at the age of 22 now me UAC manager 1978 Kiswe stores na making work mase na me manager ha TVC mu ache
papa
enti enye politics na ma Alan ebe na we china no say anankofo bisa say enti one betima adwuma kayo May 1994 dear friend Time International magazine meaning say what it one of the most respectable magazines woman no my survey
Time FM
the nipa omudimu the whole world in Africa 1994 almost prepare for new millennium 2000 ebeba no be any baby 1994 almost pay the 100 leaders of the world
Time FM
ye Bill Gates from US ye Kyerematen from Africa
Time
1994
great
my record is there.
Who is afraid of Ben so?
Oh, say media say manya abutre so.
Okay.
The maye from all these years. Na bebre hu ka ho kra metimaka. Na enyame so wo bibia no ekwa for so se no normal. There's time for everything.
Sure.
And the season for everything.
Sure.
And tibia ma fan say abutre na mnya na afi na me so
2024 elections have been say critical. Who is saying?
Critical only because say no. Osha
Time FM.
Particularly with the economy, no, we are in a very serious situation. Senya IMF Bemia to Ghana, but even with IMF help, for 3 years.
Time FM.
After 3 years,
Time
what
FM.
is our program? Ebitimi ama yensan go back to the IMF. And only great transformational plan media bana media ko summita nipa dodo na agye atum. Enti na che se no se enu amba na se you IMF program ya
Time FM.
A very difficult time for Ghana.
Really?
Without
that transformational agenda?
Without that transformation, it's not going to happen.
Time FM.
The great nations of this world, and your political parties in a moment, great, individuals.
Okay.
At a point in the history of those countries, they were the transformational leaders. of the time in those countries.
Okay.
And until say you Singapore as a Lee Kuan Yew, Yankane party. Lee Kuan Yew was a transformational leader for Singapore. Oka China is here. China until 1989, not Communist Party no who Martin Chong in Aba, but China was still a poor country.
Yes.
In 1989, Deng Xiaoping changed the fortunes of China. No, they've never looked back. Within 30 years, they've become the second most powerful economy. But it required a transformational leader of the time. He made a difference. The same thing, America, George Washington, or no independent candidate was 30 years. So what I say, the impact of Unyam, well, it was him and not party who lead, you know. As I say, Benin, what see a camp Benin Assam, they say once a video be circulated, and a Benin, they say, maybe a Benin drew almost a pass. The current president and the one before, they were all independent candidates. In your party, in a mobile, it was the individual and what they could do and make a difference. And I see, say, it's not just Kekesebia, Mina meet my man. The circumstances no, requires Obi or this kind of experience. Obi to me a shepherd Ghana to a new destination.
Okay. We declare intention, so we call Quantum Conche. They say Ube face the likes of Dramani Mahama and then Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Then a more confidence say Ube to me actually through even though with the two persons in Mabondi.
Also, I may catch it on say you have three major contestants. Comparison no, first on their vision. Also, na me can on their vision.
Okay.
Then na omuka so omuba ombeye. Obi so obey digitization and open work and myself. Obi so obey 24-hour kona fe no be church. Me de ma church normal numa me ba e bit me a transform Ghana. Just
Time
even
FM.
telling Ghanaians
Time FM.
where you can take Ghana to no vision. No. The evidence is
Time
clear.
FM.
Say omu na more contest no. What is obi ka economy ho asem? What is obi ama solution for inflation? Say the better form. What is obi ka how to stabilize the currency? What is obi say interest rate be bad say ni say meye. Me mean TB. The currency ni na mean teach obi eka. Na nipa tre ko. Na ade ehia Ghana. Ono a choose me solution ya. Na ne o compare there. Then the choice should be obvious. And I make say apart from vision, so a record, a record in government and then outside government. No, na ebema who is the right candidate.
I'm for break. Say ebeto aba. One idea amanyoku ani mahodo bi te se wo timanim hey shebo bebre but ebeto aba baby na ye asem foforo then na ma Alan Kyerematen ye the sure bet say Alan dear
because I have not just made promises. I've provided and backed it with a plan. My choice three solutions. In fact, on the economy alone, any our industry, any agriculture, any tourism.
Time FM.
I've proposed
Time
152 FM. Solutions. I just say no plan. I no be free and no na habano. And there is a difference between some fans. Uba now say, Mayor President, I'll stabilize the currency. It's a manifesto promise.
Okay.
But when you say. Mayor A, B, C, D, E to stabilize the currency. Then you have a plan. So Obanonso make me my interest rates above. It's a manifesto promise. But Obanonso Mayor A, B, C, D, E. Now I'm not about my interest rates above. Then you have a plan. It's not just a promise, but it's backed by a plan.
After launching the movement, saying Ghana for a so move.
Say no. Say Usha. Enka if I say political movement aba fufro enka against two established parties. Now we shall say the Afrafranto echo all around the country. Now one will say, number one, who is leading Afrafranto? And number two, Butai Omudesi Omunisono. And number three, Ghana for say, between NDC and NPP, no, you don't beat me. And yeah, you want a new complete. Also, Einstein can be say if you continue doing something the same way now, you cannot expect a different result. For 32 years, the same thing, same formula, and you use it. So we cannot expect a different result. Einstein, the Casa, between the two parties for 32 years, the same thing normally. So how is it that you can expect a different result? Say for another 4 years, another 8 years, and come on, you get the same result. And they say no, that is the defining moment.
Alan Kyerematen presidency. Then obey their fire because it the issue of corruption. Alan Kyerematen presidency. Then obey to tackle the issue of corruption.
I've made it clear.
Time FM.
Say corruption. So if we can reduce corruption, even by the incidence of corruption, even by 50 or 20%, we can increase our GDP. We can double our GDP. If you say no leakages through corruption, say it means it may makano openly. Number one is leadership by example.
Time FM.
Say enye wo president nkwa, but people around you, you must set a clear, you say, both yourself and the people around you, that there's zero tolerance for corruption. Me, my record is there. I've never been corrupt. I am not corrupt now, and I'll never be corrupt. Enti obia unim menokra enim. Say enyadia ubi we around me ubetimi you know. And number two, there has to be very severe punishment to deter people. So say, you know, we share a laws and it's even an incentive for people to be corrupt. Because the Omaba Omayana Bibia nothing has happened. From one to the other. Between two parties going back and forth. So number three, the institutions are ye war or minimum to deal with corruption. Because what kind of resources and as our institutions in the world a corruption and what kind of resources and I face we must make corruption unattractive and not even possible through legal reform. So we share public procurement law. Any the way I share now, it is even an incentive for people to be corrupt because laws near the way of public procurement as I say, there's no way.
Time FM.
We have to reform also the laws. And last but not the least, media I'm leading by example.
Okay.
And make sure say I don't allow any of the people around me, also to engage in corrupt practices. But in the long run, it must be a national project that citizens of Ghana will make sure say we have strong advocacy against corruption. So the BIA is not just an individual effort, but a national attack on corruption.
So now the establishment of offices like the Office of the Special Prosecutor in fighting corruption. Yeah,
Senator Maker say. So we share both the affair and first and the second one. Both of them, their major complaint has been the lack of resources to support their operations. And yes, the intention to establish an institution and fight corruption may be a good one, but without the type of support and resources, it will not. I see a reform because if the Attorney General, in principle, still, I say, in principle, It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
It must be a truly independent.
Time FM.
Other institutions are to deal with corruption. Let's look at their capacity to fight corruption. They don't even have the means and the resources to do that.
Well, time 97.7 Ebusia Yene Alan John Kwejo Kyerematen, presidential aspirant for the 2024 general elections, and entering command, and the founder and leader of the movement for change. Yene no na entering and komo ofia say simeduana pa no numho mo nsema mode bani bi ena mepese mede etudwa na fe yetoa enkomo no so. Messages are ebanu bi eni obise Alan Kyerematen enko a Flagstaff House that woman opportunity no na onko no so enko ye ne de na yenhwe ne ono so ewo edema Brian will say Chief Alan the only hope for GH and Samuel also free says Afra Franto and Brian says movement for change. And Opoko Ajman Philip also say Alan is the best man to lead Ghana. And then I say this is the answer for those who are saying Alan is part of this current economic mess we find ourselves in. If Baumia, who is second in command, is saying he was not given the room to operate, and that he is only a driver's mate, and and so it gives him the moral right to compete for presidency. Then Mr. Alan is exonerated. Again, to those who say Alan wouldn't have left the NPP if he had won the primaries, I say to them that if the wind does not blow the leaf, it will not shake. Besides, Nkrumah broke away from the UGCC to form CPP, and Ghanaians are still benefiting from his broke out, right? And I say it is only those who have low IQ who would understand, who would not understand your level of wisdom. Okay, and okay, we're just a butterfly all the way. Well, but to us nothing. Alan John Kwejo Kyerematen, leader and founder of the Movement for Change, and Education Komono. The toll on our national purse. If you say ministers doso, if you say presidency only part doso, say a man for proposal, if you say mayor with 50 ministers, if you say 60. Alan Kyerematen government, who is saying?
The kind say the architecture of government. Na obehu say adeno yebutu adeno is upside down because say normal be oha.
Time FM.
Even before you come to the ministries now, some of the agencies under the ministries, it's unthinkable. Ministry of Energy here, your Petroleum Commission, your National Petroleum Authority, your Energy Commission, and so your PUIC almost so regulatory, and so your BOST. And Sani wo to and Sani just one ministry. Look at how many agencies are almost ewo. And it's not just a question of even the ministries na Kasan, even the agencies under the ministries.
Time FM.
From a year, say you can completely collapse many of them. I say you consolidate and if our transport is here, very clear. Say what I say. Very clear. Say the Ministry of Transport. You will under that, not first crowd. You will aviation. Now ports and say consolidation near the any roads and highways near the see to consolidate some of those things. Even in parliament, so transformation means a revolutionary change.
Okay,
that's what transformation is.
Okay,
a revolutionary change.
Okay,
a significant change.
Time FM.
Bibia a year in society, a year strong. And apart from even the size of government, and yet even just ministries and our agencies, let's look at parliament. So, Nina Amambu, so I say,
yes,
I say, you started a dream who say, America, Crampa, minimum population.
Time FM.
America, minimum population.
Time FM.
Now, it's a federal state. It's a federal state. Now, omo ewo 400 and I think 35 members of parliament, of our congressmen. Now, Ghana, look at the size of the United States, almost like a mini continent. Yeah, 275. And even the concept of representation in parliamentary ground, we have to have a revolutionary change. It's just a say a certain region. Now we say me X number of parliamentarians to represent the regional. What is the basis for that? In terms of representing, in terms of the task of parliament, which is to make laws.
Okay.
And
sure.
And did you need to have the same structure to make laws? And no. And a big revolutionary change in the Adeba. Nasa no me governance cluster now make also my teaching economic cluster. Anyway, the next summit will discuss all these issues in detail.
Great.
So we time in the
great. Well, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia says,
time F
driver's mate. And never call so just as someone sent that message. And never be one more who is in his time and needs a talent on there. Can he be exonerated?
How can he be exonerated?
Time F.
The president and the vice president. When you say one ticket. Your friend, the presidency, the president and the vice president. There is nowhere also a vice. Now I'm going for now. So I say, it will be assuming say he has had all the opportunity. So the person will be anwa with makase unya sa ekwany appointments be ha or no recommendations there want to me enkasa na me kra em hu say we are sitting vice president now with me say I'm going to implement my vision. Hey, we are vice president you try am by power and say no implement your vision and now we can say we abolish this tax. What about now? We are head of economic management team now we are vice president now want to me convince the president and the cabinet says our laws levies near year now won't China after 9 months nipa no be produce the wealth of Ghana the private sector no embungu omutri so ansana what be the president no what change enti say say the presidency the vice president and the president one ticket. The value is the same.
Okay.
So what I say.
Sure.
Now, say Oka say, oh, then they say now also a minister. I want to point one thing out to Ghanaians. The concept of collective responsibility is different from the concept of proportional accountability.
Time FM.
Let me tell you what I say. Collective responsibility is not the same as proportional accountability. It is a say who the man first. Me see me a minister for trade and industry. Me the adwuma no. The metina ye maka bi a kire wo. Enti say obi a minister for agric and now say lands and na ebi a galamsey ye we to betima ka say enam say na me minister ni ntino there be enam say minister ni enti adwuma course wo galamsey nyina no yes, I'm held accountable for and I say Ministry of Finance, the way taxes, any idea any yashishano debt we are because now me minister for trade and industry. Now say I'm equally held liable for the acts and omissions of all ministers.
Okay,
is that the way? I mean, as in. Is that one of the mention?
Yes.
And there's collective responsibility, but it's not the same as proportional accountability. So what I say? Yes. We want to make
a here say in Nigeria. Na nye ya obi a
maybe anko you know.
Okay.
Yetwe ekase we yedwajuma we wan.
That's right. That's right. Abena says the man with vision to help the better Ghana vote Alan 2024 and join the movement for change. Ezekiel Amponsa says, Mr. Incoming President, we are solidly behind you. He says, this one says, Alan has explained his vision and Ghanaians and solutions to our economy. He has professed solutions to our economy. Ghanaians must vote for him. Well, Era, to say, nimi. Eden aka America krebi na yetu aba. Enti eden na Ghana for na say den na ohunu se to aba aye boy nyina no Ghana for enhwe animu emfiri wona wo ba won chen nyina.
Yedikan. We have as a country and as a people no, the best opportunity to turn our fortunes around. Yekwa koto abai. Na yehwe sitina yiwum sisia Ghana fo nyina, this is our best chance to turn the economy around. Said the mekan two parties dominated the politics over the last 32 years, 16 years between them. At the end of their 16-year operation, they took us to IMF. NDC ended with IMF. MPP ended with IMF. And the answer near best start to crown. Ghana for it, as I say, the two of them know the any option.
Time
FL. From. And that's the starting point. Say, oh, can be for there. Alan, the alternative. And the answer I can say, no, so yentie the vision. Any ideas nipa no wono. How to fix the economy. And I may make a comedian. Say, I will make sure, say, we fix the economy. Because one fix the economy now, and if you don't create a situation, the economy will start working again.
Time
say between the two parties. No. Woman, Obian to me, Omedi, and Mobian to me by said, I said, me, my ya, met me at church. Yakwaya me faso me solve some problems in ya. Womu mi enu nyina kro ma di president, I said the vice president. Omu bi enu bi atu aka economy wansem. Na time ya ma chance se kasa wantimi anka. The first time wantimi anka. Afei na okoda adwene ho abeka say ene me be say. No. Me the Mr. Ghana for say it is clear. Mama obi foforo chance na yesi emo obi foforo anya se obi foforo azay obi a what demonstrating say he has the vision, the competence, the integrity and the execution capability. Could be our ideas so untimi act. So what I say beka sasa untimi act me de ohwem no mama e nyina na me ka mitimi ye nyina me ka mitimi ye enuti adisre say Ghana for rather than say repeat what we have been doing in the past. I am feeling kusi baby ano yemfa bibi from na Ghana will rise again.
Madam Angie Dafso boutique or say she is in support of the movement. Madam Dafso, well, Pejan is our say. Well,
time
answer na bekono. Obi ebisa me question say. Alan Kyerematen ekwo contenkro. Say to abanamana. Ekwa be no befa so a obebu omine in that NDC we have the men. MPPC we have the men. Does Alan Kyerematen's movement have the men to lead the nation?
We have Ghana. So the difference between the American, obviously MPP, because we have the men. Next MPP from Kwan Omo.
Time
NDC we have the men. As I say NDC because on by before biaba. A job for the boys. But let me say, I'm bringing into being government of national unity. And so ubet my adwuma in party na woman and I ubet me the adwuma. Maka right from the difference between the American and the American is let me say we will bring Ghana for everybody regardless of party or free whether your ethnic background and now where you know say the ubet my adwuma no ana and kamuma ba no ubet me ede adwuma aman and so say we have the men there's a party for now worker maybe me say we'll bring together the collective talents of Ghana for both at home and abroad. And sa no then they are more powerful. Say who use Ghana for talent omo e dey boom mine as against we have the men. Is a party me so can say me a party for no free home. Say we MPP ni na una betima ye adwuma na ye do bebam
time
we NDC na betima adwuma ye do bebam we CPP ye do bebam ana onya politics so a na una betima ye adwuma na ye do bebam enti across the board.
Well, time 9 is 7.7 ebusia medical council say yene Mr. Alan John Kojo Kyerematen, presidential aspirant for 2024 general elections, leader and founder of Movement for Change and Education Komo or outlining the vision, or Edema Ghana for or the two anyway. Now, say, maybe sir, this question, a last final question, he said. The tax regime in the country, organized labor, what to say, or Moki said there are some taxes that need to be scrapped. And vice president or newly the NPP, then somebody to general say, may you free ho, a basic onion is a
that's number one. Apart from the fact to say, where he's sitting as the head of the economic management team, as vice president, you know. Now, president, it doesn't sit well. But apart from that, the problem here in Ghana with our tax, they say we have turned our tax regime and our tax structure. If it is a woko, amamaya etumponwa, there were two types of taxes: direct
and indirect
taxes. Amamaya etumpono. Omo tax revenue do no omunya free direct taxes. Ghana is the other way around. You see the trust. The indirect tax no duties general port any levies any charges no eno ana yedi yetu eni esiso na yenti yetu eni esiso if no ana ye easy to collect wo kra no ma ye nu se de tie bia no wa kra no de ye do dia o ye bejo. It's a lazy way of collecting revenue. Ana yetu eni esino so eno so na egu adwuma no if it says nipa no what the duty taxes levies egu normal bebre so a adwuma no oye no adwuma no enkoye ankoye a ontimi employ nipa afesu su kakra na obenya kra no ontimi tax na bi se adwuma no onye profit it yes akosi konso gina kwantia na mum reduce taxes to the barest minimum na ema nipa no dodo no ankasa no omo business no omo adwuma koso so omo adwuma koso na wo so gina tax dia oni problem dia so we call big countries now that's how it is and afesu se na adwuma koso a na or employ more people or employ more people are omunutua income tax and you get more from corporate tax and from indirect tax from and then from income tax so personal income tax and I know it so the
time FM
you what problem with that tax and they say if Ghana has say 90% of businesses are informal I don't know more informal if you say or you so proprietor so I say or case you limited liability
time FM
afei na say onu ade no ko tax mo
yes
so I say enti obia pese na adwuma no obia mu na koye kese because wo ko bia mpe afei na tax for no ediwachi then you buy na kakra na wo shey na eno no so ema wo reduce revenue from taxes na mum say taxes no form a obia ni person adwuma ka form say taxes no form a and obia pepese wo be no company no ye so your company ni ya ko banka ye be man busia enti they will move from sole proprietorship to limited liability if you say afei tax no kra no almost free war esa no na say nipa companies no bebre now will start becoming formal enterprises and that's how to expand the tax base and say yanyesa no amount of we cover tax waiver and the best succeed. Let us restructure our tax regime and follow countries now almost succeeding. Copy what they have been doing with their tax regime. You collect more taxes.
Great. Finally, you know, catch you come Santiman for 180 year Ghana.
You did come with Santimasi. Say, me shall say politics. So many years back, no. Utumu say a dozen kwa oma yacheme no. Ma debate ma can say with Santimasi. O teko koso sebi e kwa ofa so a wama asumdwe aba asante na ama bia we kwese wonte asante bi kura na asante ni na wo ayina wotu so bia bɔ no hoboden bia e bɔ no homoden anti me de metima kan say enche ye kwa koto aba pese santiman mutamachi pa efise de adia me metima ayama Ghana metima ayama santiman no ebe peja ye nyina
time FM
obia me say dipadodo na te say new project bi am by the Greater Kumasi Industrial City on say tema Kwame Nkrumah chichiri tema I hona industries akesiri nyina wono
yes
after that you intimi any industrial yibia
time FM
the kakra bia ye wo free zone tema free zone no kra no me ba be ma kofota mbe me na me peja ye new tema free zone ba ndi nyina ko tema ana be minister say no me dey before for say Greater Kumasi Industrial City
time
going to be the biggest project industrial project not only in Ghana bikra Africa say no and nam say World Bank for who say eye adwuma kese no and omo abiso a just omo bua say omba enche ombe start infrastructure Korean government so I say omo who say it is going to be the next biggest industrial enclave.
Time FM.
Wamusobua. Say yetimi yame ya domna sa Greater Kumasi Industrial City enyu etimi ebaswa. On say Ashanti region no almost 12 regions nyina hanebisia.
Time FM.
Say away.
Yes.
And afesu so we susu need the transit corridor. To Burkina, Mali, Chad, and in Niger. Hana umina efako. Enti sa Greater Kumasi Industrial City no. Millions of people are who will be employed
time
in that Now first one say said that no next to the Buankra Inland Port.
Okay.
Said the beya say normal every temaba never inland port na oko industrial city hono enti na face we say speed train say the entire na I say Greater Kumasi Accra road no kra no yentimi enyen be 6 lanes on each side no omo ade omusika be no omo say traffic no also
okay
eno ka ho so ntia na say no say Greater Kumasi Industrial City ebemu a
time FM
na echese edwuma epa santiman mu no eno nko will make it possible say a yes ordinary train ena ebiaba speed train ansa na 6 lane a yɛpɛsi nyinaa no ɛnya aban na ɛbɛbɔ car so ɔbɛyɛ saa kwan anaa ɔbɛyɛ railway no
okay
in foreign investors wɔn bɛhu sɛ first no na yɛhu adwuma bi a ɛwɔ a wosi nti mɛmɛyɛ concession na mɛmɛyɛ railway bɛyɛ nipa kɛtena train mu kɛkɛ na sɛ bibi kɛseɛ sɛ ɛba santiman mu deɛ na wotumi sɛ ɛde adwuma baba ɛno na ɛbɛma railway ne akwan akɛseɛ no nyinaa ɛbɛtumi start aba
yɛdase pii yɛra
na mayɛ adeɛ paa me nua nana sɛ bi adwuma yɛ no dia no mehwɛ mu studio ha very classic paa
thank you
na sɛ mo yɛ very sɛ mo kasa kɛse because mehwɛ mo structure sɛ bi na mekɔ baabi a mehwɛ the quality of infrastructure mo wa sɛ de ha yɛ neat ne dia
that's right
nana mebɔ aba so paa wayɛ adeɛ nea mɛhyɛ da yɛ campaign paa ama
wow
mɛhyɛ da yɛ campaign ama mo
yɛdase pii
okay
yes yɛ ta uchi nyame ka ho
amen
that's right abusia yɛne sa Alan Kyerematen and Kyerematen presidential aspirant for the 2024 elections. Now, Onone leader and founder of Movement for Change. Meeting in the Nakwa Brand Perchim. I mean, ensure say what the total time 97.7.